Hello and welcome to Luna English Podcast. I'm so glad you're here with me today. It's actually raining where I am right now. The quiet sort of rain that almost asks you to slow down for a minute, get a bit softer. If you enjoy these gentle reflections, do tap that subscribe button or give it a little like, only if it feels right for you. It helps me know that these moments are meaningful. You know, sometimes we find ourselves feeling stuck. Maybe it even feels like a pause, like nothing much is happening. That's not a sign of failure. It's often a space where invisible things are working beneath the surface. If you've ever felt like this, it may be comforting to remember. Even if you can't see the progress, it might still be happening, quietly, patiently, just out of sight. Think about a seed planted deep in the earth. For a long time, there's nothing visible at all. No bright green leaves, no flowers, just darkness and waiting. But underneath, roots are forming. The whole little system is preparing for that first push towards the sun. Our personal growth is often just as invisible. I remember a period in my own life that felt flat and slow and, honestly, a bit disappointing. Nothing seemed to move on the outside. But looking back, I see that was a time when the most important work was happening for me. Roots deepening, even if I couldn't feel them at the time. There's so much pressure to make bold, dramatic changes, finish the project, start the new habit, transform overnight. But real momentum often begins with one tiny step. It could be something like making one healthy choice or just deciding to complete one simple task when everything feels a bit too much. I think there's a wide misconception that progress only matters if it's visible or loud, but there's a gentle strength in showing up over and over. Consistency, not intensity, is what creates change that lasts. I remember a particular morning, feeling overwhelmed and a bit lost. You know that feeling where there's just too much. Instead of trying to fix everything, I just washed one plate. Nothing major, just a small move. That tiny act gave me a drop of comfort. It showed me that beginning gently is still a beginning, and sometimes that's enough to get you moving again. When hope feels far away, it's easy to think you have to wait until things are brighter before you can get up and move forward. But hope doesn't always arrive with a grand announcement. Sometimes it's just in the tiniest actions, brushing your teeth, sending a kind message, or even just choosing to try one more time, even if your heart feels tired. Hope can be something you do, not only something you feel. I've learned that allowing myself to rest, especially when everything felt heavy, wasn't quitting. It was actually the first true act of hope and renewal, giving myself the compassion to stop pushing and just be, at least for a little bit. Patience is a quiet bridge between what you're working for and when those efforts start to show. Sometimes we want things to change immediately, but gentle growth almost always takes more time than we'd like. One way to nurture patience is through mindfulness, learning to find the present moment, letting go of the rush and accepting where you are. I try to notice every tiny sign of progress in myself and celebrate them, even if no one else does. Each step forward, no matter how small, deserves a quiet kind of celebration. Self-compassion can feel awkward at first, but practicing gentle affirmations each day, acknowledging your efforts and your patience, can begin to change the way you talk to yourself. I like to set aside a couple of minutes daily just for gentle self-reflection, not for fixing, but for simply noticing and appreciating moments of kindness or growth, even if they're small. And you might find a little ritual helps, like deep breathing or journaling, creating a space in your day just for self-kindness and resilience. It's easy to overlook small achievements, a glass of water, a walk around the block, or replying to a single email that's been weighing on you. These things count, even if they're not headline-worthy. Developing a daily habit of acknowledging your little wins, maybe by journaling or just making a mental note, can help you build a positive awareness of how far you're really coming. And sharing a small success with a friend or community, even just now and then, often turns a quiet win into a gentle celebration. Staying present with your feelings through simple mindfulness or observing yourself without judgment can help you gently strengthen resilience bit by bit. Maybe today's goal is something softly challenging, just outside your usual comfort zone, but not overwhelming. At the end of the day, notice where you met yourself with a little more patience or kindness. These small recognitions help build a stronger, more adaptable self, even in quiet moments. Let's pause for a moment here. Resilience isn't always about pushing through. It can also arise from kindness and staying mindful, especially during challenges. If you want to try, daily mindfulness meditation or gentle breathing exercises can train your mind and body to stay present and find strength in stillness. And every day, reflecting on where you showed patience or where you allowed yourself self-compassion is a quiet way to build resilient ground beneath you. Building quiet confidence doesn't have to mean being loud or certain. It can be as simple as using an affirmation, reminding yourself, I am capable of growth. My efforts matter. Taking a moment to acknowledge yourself gently can make a real difference. Try something new, maybe a hobby, maybe just sharing a small achievement with a trusted person, and let yourself believe in this steady way you're growing. Bringing daily quiet, just a few moments of ease, into your routine through silence or meditation is a gentle way to help your mind settle. Mindful breathing, especially in times of stress, acts as a gentle anchor, bringing your focus back to now. I like to check in with myself each day. How am I feeling? What has changed? Even if it's only something small. It helps me stay connected with my emotions, and it anchors me to the present, softening the noise of worries. The real foundation for gentle growth is inner peace, a quiet place you can return to within yourself, especially when the world feels rushed or unsettled. Gratitude journaling is a simple way to begin shifting your focus on the small positives in your life, gradually weaving calm into your days. Just a few minutes of mindful breathing or peaceful reflection can help you anchor to now and encourage a calmer, more grounded mindset. Some mornings, starting the day with a mindful moment or a quiet thought of gratitude sets the tone for everything that follows. I like to give myself a weekly pause too. Just a few minutes to notice what I've achieved, even if it's small. A short self-compassion exercise, perhaps writing a kind word to yourself, can nurture this gentle way of moving through life, supporting your ongoing growth. It can feel scary to share your tiny wins or stories of progress, but finding a safe place or community for this can create connection and encouragement. Even keeping a growth journal, a space to record moments of patience, kindness, or subtle achievements, can deepen your sense of your own journey. Celebrate your journey with a little ritual, a moment of gratitude, a small treat, or simply acknowledging how far you've come. It helps remind you that your gentle growth is real and worth honouring. Finding supportive people or creating a circle, whether online or in daily life, where sharing feels safe, can really reinforce a sense of connection. Even recording or journaling your subtler victories is a form of self-acknowledgement. Setting a ritual, whether it's a gratitude moment or a small reward, is a gentle way to tell yourself, I see the steps you're taking. I find that having a morning routine, perhaps with deep breathing or gratitude journaling, really helps center me for the day. You might try choosing one gentle, meaningful action a week, maybe a kindness or a moment of self-care that aligns with your hopes for growth. Every evening, I reflect on the day's gentle successes and thank myself for keeping on the journey. It doesn't need to be grand. Sometimes the simplest acts mean the most. Self-compassion meditation, simply placing your hand over your heart and offering yourself kind words, is powerful, especially when life feels difficult. If you feel up to it, try a kindness challenge this week. Do one gentle act for yourself or someone else and see how it feels. And if any self-critical thoughts come up as you move through your day, try to notice them, then softly reframe them with encouragement instead of judgment. Seeking out a group or community that shares your values for gentle growth can be so nourishing. Maybe it's a mindfulness class, maybe just one or two friends. Even organising a quiet nook or space at home for your own moments of self-care can change the energy of your days. Sharing your journey, victories and struggles alike with a trusted friend or mentor can make the road feel softer and less lonely. Learning the art of mindfulness, really paying attention to your breath or your surroundings, invites you back into the living moment instead of getting lost in worry or regret. Sometimes I ask myself, what do I need right now? Or what tiny step can I take today? Making your environment more calming, soft music, sunlight, comforting objects helps anchor that sense of presence and peace. I suggest starting each day with just 5 minutes of mindful breathing. It's a small move, but it can create a gentle rhythm and help you step into the day calm and clear. Maybe try a morning gratitude list or affirmation, something positive to set your tone. And don't forget, brief pauses after a task, before a new activity, give you the chance to check in with yourself and notice where you're growing. See if there's one person you can reach out to, a friend, a family member, even an online buddy with whom you can share your journey. Practicing active listening without judgment when someone shares with you creates a sense of mutual support. Maybe create a small ritual like sharing an affirmation or expressing daily gratitude together, building your little community of resilience. I want to highlight the quiet magic of building small acts of kindness into your day. It could be complimenting someone, writing a thoughtful note, or just listening, really listening, to a friend. Every day, try to set an intention to do one kind thing, no matter how tiny. The ripple of gentle positivity it creates can make a soft but significant difference, not just for others, but for yourself too. Each morning, set a gentle intention, like patience or kindness, helping yourself stay connected to what matters in your growth journey. Pick a small ritual, like watering a plant or a 3-minute meditation, as a sign to yourself that you're nurturing this process. Each evening, reflect on where you allowed your progress to flow naturally. Acknowledge your ability to move with patience, not pressure. Carving out a quiet space for daily silence or meditation supports a calm, clear mind. It doesn't need to be long or complicated, just a few minutes to listen to your breath or listen to the silence. When stress rises, pausing for a few mindful breaths can pull you back to now, reducing tension. And creating a routine of gentle evening reflection on your feelings and progress deepens your awareness of your own emotional landscape. Make space to share your progress with someone you trust, a friend, an online group, or even a journal. Regular reflection, perhaps once a week, builds encouragement and accountability. Celebrate your journey with a small gratitude ritual or a gentle reward. These practices root your commitment to keep going gently. Look for communities or individuals where you can freely share your gentle successes, struggles, and insights. Even keeping a weekly record in a journal, digital or on paper, of little acts of patience or kindness can highlight just how much you're growing in ways you might otherwise forget. Take time, even if it's just a minute, to reflect. Write yourself a kind note or make a moment of gratitude as a way to sustain this softer, steadier motivation for growth. Who in your life feels safe to reach out to? Maybe it's time to send a simple message or invite them to talk, just to share where you're at. Practice listening with care when others share their own stories. A little ritual of daily affirmation or gratitude with another person can create a bond of gentle, shared resilience. Having a morning routine that opens with mindfulness, maybe just 3 deep breaths, can set a gentle tone. Pick one meaningful self-care action each week and weave it into your daily life.